we'll cut
let us
it.
know when all your technology is ready to go. We'll let the camera person.
We'll cut the video out.
Say our team name first.
Okay.
I'll introduce her. Okay.
Okay, who's ready to
Wait,
start?
let me try that actually.
The camera okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Okay. Hi, we're Team 2, and our product's name is H2OT. I'm Darren.
I'm Shani.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Ivy.
Okay.
Excellent. All around the world, in homes everywhere, this is happening. The problem here is this. The product you create when burning natural gas is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a major contributor to climate change. Our product will be able to create this. A burning of hydrogen gas to create no byproducts but water.
Okay. Now on to operation. How will it work? Our stove's name is called H2OT. These are the advantages compared to a natural gas stove. There's no possibility of a gas leak, and use of a cheap, abundant resource, which is water. Zero greenhouse gas emissions, slows down global warming, and much cheaper to operate the longer it's used. So obviously it's sustainable and relevant to this CYEA's theme. Now this is our initial concept. We have water coming in here, through the electrolysis cell, through a bubbler to prevent flashbacks, and finally into the stovetop. So here's our generator design. This is the diagram of our final product. This is the smaller one because as we start, we don't want to ask investors for too much capital in case it doesn't work out. So we're marketing a smaller one towards domes instead of already installed kitchens in homes. Next slide. This is our generator. It has 17 steel plates electroplated with a new nickel iron oxide catalyst.
Yes,
This was discovered recently in Stanford and increases efficiency by up to 80%. This means we're able to efficiently generate hydrogen. So these plates in the middle are neutral. There's a positive electrode at either side and a negative in the middle. And when water goes in, the electrons try to move from the positive cathode, positive electrode to the negative one. So by moving through the water, it electrolyzes the water and creates hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah. Next slide. This is our stovetop. Since a hydrogen flame can get up to 2000 degrees Celsius hot, we decided to split the flame with a silicon carbide stovetop to make sure the pan doesn't melt. So that way we are applying new technology as well. Well, state-of-the-art technology. And the advantages, further advantages, are stainless steel finish on the stovetop is easy to clean. Laser cut acrylic blocks are food safe. Flexible and durable PVC tubes to make sure it never blows up. It regulates the temperature of the flame with changing resistance and a gas throttle. And this is the formula for electrolysis. As you can see, there's no carbon dioxide. The only thing is produced is water. Hydrogen. Good. And that's the catalyst.
An increase of efficiency from 50% to 80%.
Yeah.
So it's fairly new technology.
Human resources. Okay, so we're going to talk about the workforce. We will only need 5 workers to begin with. Why only 5 and not more? Well, first of all, we only need the workers to assemble our product. As will be mentioned by our production members of our production operations, all the steel that will come to us will be pre-cut, and everything will be in perfectly working order. The only things that we need to do is assemble the products. So the workforce we need will be small, especially in the beginning. However, as our output increases, according to this model, we will need to hire more workers. And we will use, of course, we will adjust the number of workers we hire according to the current situation. As you can see here, when we reach about 100 workers, there's a drop. This is because when we get to 100 workers, we'll be a profitable company. And by that time, it would actually make more sense to move our manufacturing from human labor to actually machine labor. This way, you can increase our efficiency and decrease cost. We will need low-skilled workers. Why low-skilled? Because the only skill it will require is the skill to screw things together. This will also allow us to decrease the cost that we are going to pay our workers. This will allow us to maximize profit. So what gives us a competitive edge? First, let's identify who our competitor is. Our competitor is Eurostove. We are marketing our product to Europe. Established in 2004, they have since acquired major customers in big stores such as Walmart. We will have a competitive edge because our product is greener. Did you know that 46% of adults in developed countries would buy a greener product for a higher price? This number is only growing as we increase the exposure of knowledge of global warming and as millennials, us, grow up into adults. So this number will only increase. So the number of products you will sell will only increase as the year goes on. Also, our biggest competitor, Eurostove, can also become our biggest asset. Eurostove is a distributor of stoves. Producers sell their stoves to Eurostove, and Eurostove will distribute these stoves to stores to sell. As soon as we can prove our stove as a viable product, we can sell it to Eurostove, and thus eliminating our biggest competitor, making them an asset for us. Why else are we in the competitive edge? Well, not only are we marketing to homes, we're also marketing to the market of students in student dorms, because our product can be portable. It can be plugged into it can just be plugged into the wall and have some water running in, and you can cook food in college dorms and whatever. So this will eliminate it will start to eliminate unhealthy food made in microwaves and everything. It will increase, more people will buy from us.
Okay, now on to marketing. So this is a 3-year advertisement plan for now, and it will continue and we will basically expand. So we first start off in the year we set up by setting up our website, because our main market will be in, as Shani said, Europe, but also the digital market as this is expanding into, as people use the digital web more and more. And so as Shani said, we're targeting university dorms, and so we were planning on going to colleges around the UK and maybe the US, such as the Warwick University, and promote our idea. We are also going to set up official accounts on social media, such as Tumblr, Instagram, WeChat, Weibo, etc., which I will talk about later. And in order to promote our idea, we are going to attend basically one conference every year, and this will attract experts around, such as experts in chemistry, biotechnology, biochemistry, to help us further promote our idea in their lectures or university fairs. So we want to create a brand image that is both scientific but approachable. So the reason why we're using a lot of social media is that we want to attract many people in the younger generation as well as adults. This will help them raise awareness of global issues, as well as making us seem more friendly and approachable, because we don't want to become one of those companies that seem only scientific based and too expertise. We want it to be more friendly and sustainable, so that people realize that global warming isn't something that only experts have knowledge into, and that simple things like this can actually impact technology and the environment quite a lot. So these are the social medias that we are thinking of setting up, which include Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr/Pinterest, WeChat, Snapchat, and our online website. So as I mentioned before, a lot of young people today use many social media. If we post issues regarding global warming and how these fuels and stuff contribute, they will, one, first have a wider knowledge of this topic, as well as knowing that by buying this stove, they will also have a solution to these topics that we post about. Also, not only young people use these websites, many adults or working adults or even people in the older generation use these platforms as well. So they will also gain knowledge on these topics. And as I said before, the main target we're talking in right now is university students / adults. So if they use these, they're the people who are going to buy these products. Okay, so our target audience is, as Shani said, the European market. The reason we chose the UK is because Donald Trump recently campaigned that he's going to impose a 45% tariff, which will increase our cost of production, which will decrease our profit. And so first we're going to target the UK market. As I said, right now we're using more digital appliances, and many online websites such as Taobao, Amazon, Alibaba, they have become more popular. So we're actually targeting many developed countries around the world to have access to this stove. And mainly we're going to try and promote our product to universities and dorms, as Shani said before. And as people become more conscious about the environment, like they're going to like this product more and more. And 4 out of 5 adults are more inclined to buy a product that is eco-friendly, even if it means buying it at a higher price.
All right. So finance. This is our plan for the first year in our product. So we're planning to make profit, but we're not planning to keep any of the profit. So we're planning to spend all of the money on improving our company and adding more capital as well as our workforce. And as Shanice mentioned before, we have 5 workers, but then we're actually going to limit that down now to 4, which is just the 4 of us. So we're not going to be hiring any workers. As creating the website, me and Darren are both fairly experienced with HTML, so we can create the website for that. And then the production, we only need to assemble, as Shania said, so we don't need high-skilled labor, so we can just assemble it ourselves. And then for the first year, it's going to be batch production for maximum efficiency, and then move into automated production as we get bigger and bigger. Next time. Our loans, where we're going to get most of our money is from the Bank of Beijing, and then it's a 3% interest rate, which is not that much. And then here are the fixed costs for the first year. A workbench each, rent for this means 12 months, and then quads, and then a toolbox for each of us for assembly, and a total of 29,000, and the website servers for a whole year. Here are the variable costs. So the steel sheets, acrylic sheets, tubing, silicon carbide for the stove tops, shipping, and smaller components such as screws, nuts, and bolts will all be needed, and that adds up to around 60,000 kwai. Oh, this is all in yuan as well. And the total cost for the first year is 87,300, and we're just going to round that to 90,000 for some other parts and unconsidered costs. So the cost produced per product is 225 kwai, and we're going to be planning to sell it for 299 kwai. So that's a total profit of around 30,000 kwai, but as I said, we're going to be spending that on all our capital and developing our product. And our future plans, we plan to increase our production to several factories and steer towards automated production, as that's more efficient as we grow, and costs will drop due to economies of scale. So here's the...
So we're going to ask for $150,000 in exchange for 20% of our company, and this is why we're the best people to handle this job. Darren is a great worker. He knows how to dedicate his work to capable individuals. I'm organized and I can oversee workers to motivate them, and I can oversee operations of the building and the incoming products. CFO, Leighton, he's a man from further maths and business. He knows how to handle money and read the current economic situation. And finally, Ivy, our CMO, she's art student. She knows what appeals to the human eye, and she's good with people, so she knows how to talk to marketing firms.
Can I also mention another thing? I think what wasn't emphasized in our presentation, although I want to emphasize right now, is that we want to tell our consumers that we're purely using water and electricity to produce our fuel. So that's a really unique thing, and it's never really been seen before. Because usually when you think of fuel, you think of gas, you think of like electricity, but we are using. But as electricity is being integrated to solar panels and everything, it's going to become more and more green.
Yeah.
So that's just the message.
So we're aiming for a very sustainable and green product. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what do we do now?
That was the question.
Okay.
We can stop recording, yeah.